about Indianapolis, and our next topic, Manning's planning on playing again. He sat down with Trey Wingo from Indy, and here's what he was saying about his recovery process. Listen.
I really feel good. I've continued to make progress every day. Everything that the doctors have told me has been on point, which is encouraging to me. I just had a great day today of rehab. Just got back from the facility, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. Just keep trying to get better. So far I have. That's the plan from here on out.
And what do you need to hear from them going forward so you know that you're healthy enough to continue playing, a pretty violent football game?
The doctors and I have been in good constant communication, and we're on the same page, and I'm very encouraged by what they've said. And I'll see these guys for some checkups throughout the next few weeks, and everything they're saying, though, is everything's right on point, everything looks good, that I'll be cleared and ready to go. So that's encouraging to me.
All right, a very optimistic Peyton Manning. Yeah. John, based on those comments, what do you think the chances are, try to put a percentage on it here, that we see Peyton Manning play in 2012?
I think 90%. I think there's a very good chance he's going to play. I have no medical know-how to base that on. It's just a hunch, but every interview I've seen with him, and then just my belief about the human body's ability to recover, and he didn't take a lot of punishment in his career, even though this injury is kind of special. I think he's going to come back. I think he's not going to play for the Colts, and I think whoever he plays for is going to be a contender.
That is well said.
Wow.
You agree?
Well, I do agree with him, and I'll tell you this, too. I mean, when you think about Peyton Manning, I remember Merrill Hodge was on TV talking about how he had nerve damage in his knee, not his neck, but that it took him 2 years to feel normal again. 2 years. So you never know with the nerves, but at the same time, you know that a guy like Peyton Manning doesn't cheat. He's going to put forth his due diligence. He's not going to leave any stone unturned. He's going to make sure that everything that needs to be done, whether it's dotting his I's, crossing his T's, all of those things have been transpiring. And the thing that convinces me that he's going to be back next year is that he didn't do something stupid like try to come back this year. All of these reports, he's going to be back or whatever, it would have been after 9, after 10, after 11, after 12. If this dude had tried to come back this year, it made no sense whatsoever.
Right.
So the fact that he sat out this year, that he's been going through rehab religiously, that he didn't try to engage in any kind of contact sport, like, he didn't do any of those things.
Right.
I feel very, very confident that he's going to be back, and I'm hoping that the Washington Redskins or the New York Jets, preferably the New York Jets, Washington Redskins would be second on my list. I'm hoping one of those teams would get him because I'd love him in New York. But if not, I just want Daniel Snyder to have somebody. I think the man needs just a piece
Throw
of
the man
luck.
a bone.
Just throw the man a bone. He can't get a bone to save his life.
Well, I'm sorry. Where's John want him to go?
Well, you said he will play. I mean,
I think he will play. I don't really care.
You care where he plays?
You know what?
You have a prediction on where he'll play.
I would be nice for him to play for a team with a defense. He hasn't really had a team with a great defense in most of his career. And, this guy left the team and they go 2-14. So if he goes to a team that's even decent without him, these guys might be in the Super Bowl next year, whoever he plays for.
Sure.
Now over to Dr. Spock here. And I'm going up to 98% chance that he plays next year. What did I tell you Friday, Jay Crawford?
You ain't got to raise
You
your
looked at me and said, I predicted, I went way out on the limb. I said, I look for Peyton Manning to win next year's Super Bowl.
That's exactly what you said.
Okay?
Now, Skip, mind you, I'm not the only one saying, whoa. The people at this desk are high in their confidence level of Peyton playing again. Outside of this desk, it's almost a foregone conclusion. Everybody's saying,
who else matters outside this desk?
Well, that's a good point, John. That's a very good point. But we've heard in the last few days, we have heard very knowledgeable NFL insiders say they believe his career is over.
And Chris Mortensen, who's as plugged into Peyton as anybody out there, says he's going to be good to go. There's no chance.
Well, but the point there is, where is he getting that information? From a very optimistic and positive, glasses all the way full Peyton Manning.
And family, I would say.
And they're, I'm sure, sharing Peyton's optimism.
Here's my view of what we just saw. Every question about Jim Irsay, I thought Peyton gritted his teeth and forced a smile because he wants to fake it or at least exaggerate that he and Irsay are getting along famously this week because he doesn't want to upstage his little brother playing in a Super Bowl in Peyton's town. And I admire him for that. But I think Irsay is doing him the biggest favor Peyton's ever had done for him because I think being run out of town effectively because of the cost, the $28 million, but being run out of town nonetheless will drive Peyton to become 100% healthy. He will will himself. This is a big-time competitor here, and by next year, it will increase his chances of being 100%. And there might even be a situation in San Francisco where he could move in for Alex Smith.
Yeah, that was actually comical that you had people in San Francisco saying, well, Alex Smith only threw 5 interceptions this year, and he's good, and he's going to get monitored. So he's secure, and he doesn't have anything to worry about. Excuse me, you got a chance to get Peyton Manning. Alex Smith, Peyton Manning.
The Alex deal is up. You have to
only about 3 quarterbacks in the league might be secure.
If Peyton is healthy,
please.
Yeah, everybody's looking over that shoulder.
Absolutely.
And I think this will be Irsay's biggest mistake he's ever made. He's been a really great owner, and he chose or helped choose Peyton over Ryan Leaf. I give him high marks for that because I was leaning toward the other guy at that point.
Right.
But in this case, he's not choosing Peyton, and I think it will come back to haunt him.
Let me say this. It's very important that I say this. Irsay has been a good owner. But where he's made his big mistake is that he didn't man up. All you had to do was sit there and say, you know, we want to rebuild.
I agree.
We want to move in a forward direction.
Yeah.
Nobody would have knocked him for that. Instead, he gets rid of Polian. He ultimately signs his new GM. Who gets rid of Jim Caldwell. Now you've got a new coach as well. You're basically trying to clean the slate, and you're rebuilding without telling anybody that you're rebuilding. And then you made this into some kind of conflict between you and Peyton when there isn't any. Peyton Manning doesn't just want to avoid upstaging his brother. Peyton Manning is class personified. He has throughout his entire career. He doesn't want to be in the center of controversy. He doesn't want all that drama. He's not into soap operas. That's not his style. So the fact that you got an owner that decided to ignore all of that right at the time his health is questionable. You certainly didn't make any waves when he was 100%. Where was your bravado then? Where was your boldness then when this boy was going out and winning game after game for you in the double digits every regular season? You weren't bold then, but now suddenly that he's injured, it's like kicking the horse when he's down.
And they're betting the farm on Mr. Luck.
They are, and they better hope they're not out of luck on that.
Exactly. And I think the guy is good. I've seen him play in college. He looks great. But we've said that about other quarterbacks before.
But here's what's stupid about that. No matter how good he is, what's the chances of you being better than Peyton? Because that's the measuring stick. That's who you're directly succeeding in. It's not like Peyton Manning retired, okay, and then you had in a slew of quarterbacks, and then suddenly you land Luck. No, Luck